former Labour peer, Lord Nazir Ahmed of Rotherham, has been found guilty of historical child sex abuse. Surprise, surprise. I mean that he's from Rotherham and a peer, nothing else. 64-year-old Ahmed was found guilty of the crimes which occurred in the 1970s, where he tried to rape a young girl and sexually assaulted a boy under the age of 11. The offences happened when he himself is said to have been a teenager. Not that that matters. Once a pedo, always a cunt. The young girl, who is now a grown woman, said that Ahmed tried to rape her when he was 16 or 17 and she was much younger. And it wasn't just Nazir Ahmed who assaulted the boy, who was then 11 years old, as Ahmed's two older brothers, Mohammed Farouq, 71, and 66-year-old Mohammed Tariq, were also charged with indecent assault in relation to the same boy. Both of Nazir's brothers were deemed unfit to stand trial, but a jury found that they were guilty of the acts that were alleged. However, Farouq and Tariq were both given absolute discharges after a judge said the only other two options, a hospital order or a supervision order, would not be appropriate in this case. Now, I'm not quite sure why prison wasn't appropriate. Surely, after being found guilty of kiddie fiddling, that would be the first choice rather than hospital or supervision order. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I was wrong. The judge has a solid English name, which makes me even more concerned. Judge Mr. Justice Lavender, however, seemed to take a dislike to Nazir as he jailed him for 5 years and 6 months. He told Ahmed, "Your actions have had profound and lifelong effects on the girl and the boy, who have lived with what you did to them for between 46 and 53 years. Their statements express more eloquently than I ever could how your actions have affected their lives in so many different and damaging ways." That must be, of course, why Judge Lavender ultimately let Ahmed's brothers free, because of the damage that's been caused to the young boy they assaulted. In mitigation, Imran Khan QC said Ahmed had devoted his life to public service and that his fall from grace had been in the full glare of publicity, including a campaign for him to be stripped of his title. Yeah, well, we all know why he wanted to be in public service, don't we? And it sure as shit ain't for a pension. The judge said that according to legal guidelines, the sentence must be in line with the one that would have been imposed at the time the offence was committed. So he jailed Ahmed for 3.5 years for the offence of buggery, and imposed 2 concurrent sentences of 2 years for each of the attempted rapes. Mr. Justice Lavender also adjourned the case for 6 weeks to determine whether Ahmed could pay prosecution costs. So he has been found guilty and sentenced to jail, but the case has now been adjourned for 6 weeks. Does anyone else think that doesn't make sense? I mean, it's only me here, and I don't have a team behind me to write these things and research as deeply as I'd like to, but this sounds to me like he's been found guilty and let out for 6 weeks while they determine if he can pay his legal costs. I might be wrong, but it kind of defeats the object of giving somebody a custodial sentence, don't you think? Former Labour member Ahmed resigned from the House of Lords in November 2020 after reading the contents of a Conduct Committee report, which found he also sexually assaulted a vulnerable woman who sought his help. So not only did he assault and rape children when he was younger, but also sexually assaulted a woman as an adult. This guy should not be called a lord and should be stripped of any title that he may own, because he is a sick cunt. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.